We're looking at the science. We're making decisions in the best interest of all British Columbians, and we're currently seeing high levels of support for that. Now, there's not unanimity, and that's to be expected. In terms of how we will proceed with the relieving of various restrictions, that will again be directed by the science, and we'll have more to say on that in the weeks ahead. But I answered a question last week on a radio program about whether the federal government in Canada would be instrumental in clicking a switch and all of a sudden life would change. And certainly I speak regularly with the federal government and my provincial counterparts from coast to coast to coast, and we will take their views into consideration. But British Columbia will make choices for British Columbians. And when it is safe and appropriate to do so, that's when we will make those changes. I am in touch with Governor Inslee in Washington State, and the whole notion of the Cascadia corridor, how we could potentially all move in unison on a range of issues between California, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, and Yukon is something that we're working on all the time. I think now more than ever, we want to have a kind of a unity of purpose. I know all of the three southern jurisdictions are counting on British Columbia to lead the way in Canada, and certainly I've been in regular contact with Premier Sandy Silver in Yukon, where we have reciprocal relationships with border communities accessing services in Yukon. And then, of course, if there's a need to evacuate to a larger acute care facility, Yukoners can count on British Columbians to be there for them. So we're going to take a regional approach to this, obviously mindful of what the Canadian position is, mindful of what's going on in the eastern states or the southern states, but most importantly the western states. And I'll take my direction from Governor Inslee rather than the federal government in the U.S.